Oh, I have a crazy story for you. It didn't include any hospital bills, but it probably could have. Ooh, tell me. All right, so the day was pretty normal. I was near the end of my shift getting everything ready for Jess, our night auditor, when this guy walks in. Okay, I already sensed the problem. Well, the guy wasn't the main problem, but he was a pain. He gave me his card when I asked for it, but when I went to run it, it declined. Ugh, yikes. Yeah, so I'm going back and forth with him, trying to get him to give me a working card, and of course, a line starts forming behind him. Ugh, every time. But there is this guy who skips a line to come to the desk and tell me, hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but there's this really huge leak downstairs and I think you need to go take a look. Okay, so I told him, hey, thanks for letting me know, I'll go take a look in a second, and then I go back to arguing with credit card guy until he finally gives in and gives me a card that works. Yeah, because he's not going to get in the room without one. Yeah, now thankfully, everyone else that was just waiting in line was just getting stuff from the marketplace, so I wrote down the room numbers, wrote what they were getting, and told them I'd charge it later because I needed to go see what this leak was about. Yeah, smart. And the guy who first told me about the leak is still standing in the lobby, so I asked him to show me where the leak is, and as he's leading me down the hallway, I start to hear it. Hear the leak? I hear the sound of rushing water. Oh no. He leads me over to one of the conference rooms, and thank God there's a window in the door because when I look in, I see a pool of water, and on the ceiling, I see that one of the ceiling tiles has been busted out and there's just water pouring through the hole in the roof. And the guy had called that a leak? Yes, and I have no idea what to do, and engineering is gone for the night, so I call my manager and I'm freaking out. Yeah, I would be too. But that's when it hits me. The conference room is right below the second floor gym's bathroom. So I go sprinting up the stairs, and wouldn't you know it, the sound of rushing water is even crazier up there. So I knock on the bathroom door, open it, and what? It was crazy. Every single sink had been stopped up with toilet paper, and the faucets had been turned on full blast. Water was overflowing over the countertops like Niagara Falls, and it was so high, we could have advertised that dang bathroom as an indoor swimming pool. Wait, so someone deliberately stopped up all the sinks? Yes, so I weighed in, and thankfully, after I turned the faucets off and picked out all the toilet paper, the sinks did start to drain. Oh, thank goodness. Could you imagine if something had been done to the pipes? Oh, girl, that would have been the day I quit. Understandably. Oh, hey, Natalia, you love gossip, right? Do I? Yeah, girl, of course. You got any for me? Oh, yeah, I found this out the other day and I immediately thought that you would want to hear it. So do you remember that hotel that I worked at that hired me even though they didn't really need me? Oh, yeah, where they tried to tell you that you could be an on-call agent even though the whole reason you applied there was so you could make consistent money? Yeah, well, I was chatting with someone I actually trained with at hotel who ended up staying, and they told me the wildest story. Love that. What they say. Okay, so when the new management company took over, they fired half of the hotel staff to save money. I think I told you that, right? Yeah, that was an insane move. Yeah, I know, but they were smart enough to at least keep all of the main managers. So the general manager, the ops manager, the chief engineer, and the executive housekeeper all kept their jobs. Okay, yeah, that was smart. Now, apparently, the general manager and the chief engineer were actually married to each other. Aw, cute. Well, oh, not cute. Well, come to find out that for years, the two of them actually had a room in the hotel that they always kept out of service for plumbing issues. Oh, was it so they could have some, alone time on their shift? Well, yes, but also worse, it turns out they were running a swingers ring out of that hotel room. They were what? Like the upside down pineapple, loofah, flamingo kinda? Yup. Hi, thank you for calling the Tilton. This is Liz. How may I assist you? Liz, I have tea. All right, give it to me. Okay, so there's a huge event nearby and we've been at 100% for a hot minute, and usually Jess is always on it on 100% sold out nights, but girls gotta have a night off once in a while, right? So Allison got tapped. Oh, oof. Yeah, so she's working her first night, it's getting late, and there's a group of people hanging out on the lobby couches, drinking, being loud, and Allison is super sweet, but she doesn't Exude authority? Yeah, no, not at all. She's about as spicy as a kitten in a basket of flowers. Oh, yikes. Yeah, and the people on the first floor were calling and complaining about all the noise, but every time she went over and told them to quiet down, they'd get quiet for like a minute, and then the noise would pick right back up again. Sounds about right. So the next day, management talks to Allison and tells her, hey, you really need to be more firm with these kinds of guests. We're a hotel, not a nightclub. Oh, I like that. I'm stealing that. Also, what's crazy is there's a bar literally a 2-minute walk down the street that they could go party at if that's what they want to do so bad. So management told Allison that that night, if the group was in the lobby, they need to be out of it by midnight at the latest. And how did that go? Not good. She told them at 10 they need to be out in 2 hours, reminded them again at 11:30, and by midnight, only a couple of them had left, but most of them were still there. And she tried to be more firm with them, but she folded like a wet paper napkin as soon as they argued back. Yes, that. Now, thankfully, one of the overnight housekeepers was there, and he stepped in and told the group that they need to be out by 1. And they only listened to him because it was a man telling them. You know it. Jeez. Yeah, but last night, Allison finally had enough. Oh? She got another pep talk from management and was told she was fully within her rights to call the police if these people didn't listen. So that's exactly what she did. She called the police on them? Yes, just like the night before, she gave them plenty of warning, but she told them she would be calling the police if they weren't out of the lobby by midnight, and they tried to call her bluff, but she followed through. Oh yes, let's go, girl. At the stroke of midnight, she voided all of their key cards, informed them the police would be arriving soon, and when they all then tried to scatter like little cockroaches, they couldn't get into their rooms. Yes! They tried to make some argument about her holding their stuff hostage in their rooms or whatever, but she told them the police would happily help them collect their things as they escorted them out, and then she locked herself in the back office so she didn't have to deal with them anymore. Wow. Oh, hey, Allison, question for you. What's up, Nat? I can't remember if I've asked, did you work at a hotel before this one? Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's kind of complicated. Oh, how so? Well, right before I got hired at my first hotel, it got bought out and the new owners made some drastic changes. I only found out after I got hired that they had let go of half of the hotel staff so the new owners could save money. Oh no. Yeah, and I don't even know why they bothered to hire me because the new owners only wanted the front desk to have 1 front desk agent per shift per day. Wait, what? So 1 person in the morning, 1 in the evening, and 1 on night shift? That's it? Yeah, I mean, the manager would be there during the day too, of course, but they only wanted 1 front desk agent at the desk at a time. Okay, but even with the manager there, that's insane. It must have been so stressful working like that. Yeah, I'm sure, but I never actually worked a shift. Wait, what? They hired me as a part-timer. I went through all of the training, and then only afterwards, the general manager sat me down for a meeting and told me that shifts would be given in order of seniority. Well, after the new owners cut a bunch of people, how many were left at the desk? There were 4 of us on day shift, and I was the last one hired in. Wait, but with only 2 shifts a day, then that's not even enough for 3 full-timers. Yup, he said the first 2 would get full-time, and the third would get to cover their off days. What? Then why did they even hire you? I'm pretty sure that's what they were asking themselves. The general manager was really sorry, but he said that the best they could do was have me be an on-call agent, but they understood if I wanted to just leave. Oh, wow. Yeah, and obviously I needed at least some guaranteed hours, so I decided to leave without ever working a single shift. That's insane. I'm so sorry that was your first introduction to the industry. Yeah, well, hey, at least it can only get better from there, right? Oh, yeah, right. Totally. Good morning, I can help the next guest. Yeah, I'm here to check in. Here's my ID and card. Checking in, okay, it is still pretty early, but let me take a look. I'm sorry, sir, your room isn't ready yet. I do have a room on a higher floor than you requested that is ready if you'd like to move to that one, though. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Okay, well, just wait 1 moment while I call to the back. I just need to get the room change authorized. Honey, why is check-in taking so long? She's moving us to a room that's ready. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, okay, let me just give that a refresh. Does it usually take so long? Well, actually, you're all set. I do have the room keys right here. There you go. You're going to be on the 5th floor. What? No, honey, we requested a room on the 2nd floor, remember? Because that's the floor that has a sky bridge to the convention center. Oh, yeah. Just change it back. Sure. Let me just give another call to the back. Seriously, I can't believe you were going to give up the room we requested. Sorry, I forgot. Okay, thank you. All right, you're back on your original floor and the room will be ready at 4 p.m. Wait, what? But you said the room was ready now. No, the room that's ready is on the 5th floor. That's why your husband authorized me to move you there. Are you kidding? Why isn't the room on the 2nd floor ready yet? Likely because it's 10 a.m. and I'm afraid that checkout doesn't begin for another hour. Oh. Just move us to the room that's ready now. I can't even.
My bad.
You're okay, sir. Just wait one moment while I make another call.